Okay. Stream actually begins. Things seem to be going pretty good. Just doing a little bit of audio fiddling. All right, everything should be working. Yeah, I was struggling to get stud2io to open, but we managed to muddle through. Bada bang. Okay. Now this is interesting. Why is more audio problems? Beautiful. I see. Yeah, I just have to do that. Basically, I don't want to get into the intricacies of my setup, but I have to slightly change where the music is played from in order to get this to actually pick it up. It's only a little bit annoying. Only a little bit. But everything else should be working. Alright, so I am working on the same build I was working on last stream, and hopefully I am finishing it. I have a little bit of internal detailing to do, and then it's just about greebling and putting in, well, additional details. It's like there's two tiers of details that I'm working with. I'm working with the whatchamacallit, the actual like story important details, and then I'm in addition to that I'm working with just gotta fill space. Someday I'll get the sound levels just right, and then I'll just keep them there forever. It'll be great. I'll love it. Sound has always been my enemy. Alright, so. First things first. First things first. So, for those of us that I can't talk I'm unable to talk. Those of us, that's how you say that. You weren't here last time. The whole premise of this aeroplane is that I have to shorten the wings. That's on the to-do list. I just remember that's on the to-do list. But no, the whole premise of it is that it's a fighter bomber. No, it's not. It's a World War II style diesel punk bomber plane that only carries one bomb. A big one! Maybe you could guess what kind of bomb it is. Who knows? Maybe I've given enough hints. But we've got the fuselage and we've done the color. It's this kind of like this idea of this faded camouflage color. So if you're looking at it from the top down, it's got a color that matches the sea. If you're looking at it from the bottom up, it's got this color that kind of matches a gray, overcast sky. And James is telling us that they can't say larceny for the life of them, which I have seen that in real life. Yes, they cannot. It's a constant problem. We're always talking about larceny, and they just can't participate in that conversation, unfortunately. But good to see you, James. I am again just completely floored by the fact that you have your full name as your username. I could never do that. Even though I'm pretty flippant with my real name. I'm not going to say it here, but eventually it's going to slip out and you're all going to know it. But I just can't imagine. Everything in my body goes against the idea of using my actual legal name as my username. But it's whatever. So we got to shorten these wings. And I keep saying that, and I just don't want to do it. Not because like I don't want to do it aesthetically. I do want to do it aesthetically. It's got to be done. But it's because okay, that's interesting. I was noticing something interesting with the audio levels. It's whatever. Yeah, it's got to be done. I want to do it. I want to make those wings shorter because of some things I discussed last stream. I don't want to grab the visuals against to re-explain it, but basically, like, I don't know. I'm not an aviation guy. I say that as I'm building this intricate MOC Lego plane. I'm not an aviation guy. I don't know much about avionics, but like what I do know is that, you know, generally speaking, the wing affects how the plane flies in a lot of ways. Obviously, it's the wing of the plane, but basically, like, the more wind you catch with the wing, the bigger wing, the more lift you get. But the trade-off is the more drag you also have. So there are some really funky things that you could do if you make your wings like really long and you're playing really, really light. There's some funky things you could do. There's some funky things you could do if you're going very, very fast. You can have your wings be very small, and that means you can go even faster because they're not a drag, you know? We were looking at the F-10 something Starfighter last stream. It's got very short wings. It's meant to be a very fast, high-altitude fighter. And we sold them to Europe. And the Europeans were like, this is a very nice plane, but it keeps killing our pilots. Because the wings are so small that if we drop down slow enough to land, which we need to do, it is a plane, it kills our pilots. They die. Because for the F-111, like, the stall speed is the same as the speed you need to, like, land. So basically, it's almost impossible to not... What did I do? Jesus. It's basically impossible to not stall when you're trying to land this thing, which you don't want that. You don't want that. Controversial. This is controversial. You know, you're not going to hear this on other live streams, but it's bad to stall a plane. It's what the mainstream media won't tell you. Anyway, let's get started here. I'm going to start with the thing to actually hold the bomb on the plane, because that is either going to be really easy or the worst nightmare I've ever had. I don't know which until I start doing it. I'm like in my head thinking I want to be ambitious. I want to make a whatchamacallit, like something that'll actually release, like that's actuated, you know? I want to make a play feature. That's what I want to do. But that's a tall order to make that work and not have to completely reconstruct the back without room for the crew. And we have to have room for the crew. This thing is meant to be a storytelling device more than an actual playset. I've said this before with my my Mac MOCs, that like they would fall apart if you built them in real life. They just would not be stable. It's like something I'm trying to rectify, but like my priorities when I was building those was like, what looks good? What you know, communicates the things I want to communicate story-wise. Oh, that reminds me, I have a rant about Overwatch later that I can use to, you know, generate content. Maybe I'll get some people angrily commenting. That'll be good for the algorithm. And they'll especially be angry because I don't actually play Overwatch. But like the news of it gets in my feed, so I have opinions. I'm allowed to have opinions. They haven't made it illegal yet to have opinions, which they really should. Alright. The trauma begins. The trauma begins. Begins very slowly, if you couldn't tell. Oh, give it time, James. I'm talking about the trauma of just trying to attach this bomb to the underside of this plane. Lego plane. I feel like it's a sentence that I feel like is gonna trick some automatic thing. I'm just gonna figure out... I want to have something real thin and spindly that loops around. Holds it on there like metal tubing, as if it was metal tubing. Unfortunately, they don't have actual metal tubing in Lego. They've got things that look like metal tubing. Alright, I have a few... God damn it, why didn't I think of this? Okay, that makes my life so much easier. I just had a revelation. Let's see here, and the revelations continue. The revelations will continue until morale improves. Yes. Okay, I see what we need to do here. Yeah, I'm seeing it. It's highly visible. There we are. Sweet Jesus. You need to be, for right now, hidden. That hide feature is so useful. I'm gonna have to hide him in a minute, I just know it. Alright. Eventually I will, like, be on cam. I like this little, like, just little jumping PNG tuber. It's nice. I can, if I want a new one, I can draw one. I actually experimented with, drawing a new one a little while ago. I didn't quite get the colors to where I want it to be, which is why I'm not using it right now. But that is a will happen in the near future type deal. let's look at our pin options. Said the scammer who just bought a bunch of stolen credit cards. No, but these are called... LEGO calls these pins. I disagree with LEGO. They shouldn't be called that. They should be called something else. They should be called pegs. I always called them pegs when I was a kid. That's what they should... My childhood perception of how things work is the way that a multi-million-dollar company should do it. God damn it. Okay. You need to be modified. I hope. I hope we don't have to reconstruct the floor. That would be a pain in the ass. Save you here. We'll just be there. It'll be fine. We need to go hole shopping. Ooh, that is some bad hole shopping. That is a complete failure of hole shopping. I do know what we need to do. Great content. Alright, what I need to find is a fabled brick with 2 vertical axle holes, which I believe exists, although it's not going to be easily searchable because it is. There it is. This is it. Look at that. Beautiful. Just what I needed. Look at that. Real beauty. Absolutely goddamn stunning. Already. We got that, and then we just need to look at our axle options, said the guy building a custom vehicle. Decisiones, said the Spanish speaker. Why am I doing that for every single thing I'm saying? The last one wasn't even good. That was really lackluster. Why are you transparent? Oh, it's probably because you're going into the bomb. I made a whistling noise, but it didn't pick up. Picked up for like a second. I do have a noise gate on. I have to have a noise gate on. Whatever, I can't do little whistle noises. Oh, by the way, do you see this right here? Do you see that? Don't worry about it. Don't worry. That's all I have to say. Don't worry about it. Anyway. Alright. Now that is not ghostly, and that's good. That's what we want. This is a non-ghost build right now. There are no ghosts involved. Not that I'm anti-ghost, it's just that, you know, I don't really need their assistance right now. I'm not full Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine up in here, you know what I mean? It really is a lifesaver that there are multiple options for moving around pieces in this program, because if you're just relying on the auto-snapping, you're going to die in the desert. crawling on your hands and knees through the sand, begging for water, seeing imaginary oases on every horizon. Alright. Now, the thing I'm concerned about with this, even though it's paradoxical for me, I really shouldn't care, but is grip strength. There's also one other thing. Oh! Hey! It fits! Oh, that's beautiful. I was not expecting that to work. That's amazing. I was not expecting that to work. Alright. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. And one more. Nope. There we go. Did it. And now we need the bomb back. So, because it won't pick up on with my noise gate, I need you all to imagine. If you imagine the typical, like, pitch down noise of a falling bomb whistle, you need to now imagine a pitch up one. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. I'm proud of you. I know you did it. Okay, so we need to... Okay, that answers my question. I was wondering if I was gonna... I'm gonna have 2 of these, basically, right? And so will I have it facing forward or aft? And the answer is aft. Look at me, I'm like a ship guy. I'm saying... forward, aft. So fancy. They should make me a fleet admiral. Or at least give me the salary of one. I'd be fine with the salary, but without the job requirements and the duties and the training that you have to do in order to do it. I'll just take the salary, it's fine. This is going to be a nightmare. Wait. Ah! Ha-ha! Not as hard as I thought. Let's just see if my eyes doth deceive me. Okay, yeah. The grate is not grating. Thank God. Alrighty. Now, like I said before, I have an unjust fear that this is not going to have enough grip strength, so... I have an unjust fear because there's no gravity in my computer. I could put gravity in my computer, but not in stud2io. I'd have to add a gravity mod of some kind, and I do not... I know how to print Hello World. I don't know how to do much coding other than that. And you, dear viewer, might say, well, he knows what Hello World is, therefore he has done some coding. And it's like, hey, how do you know I didn't just get it from memes on Reddit? I could very well be an imposter. Totally. So now the rest of it should be pretty simple, he says before finding the real nightmare of this build. You are way too long. Okay, what is this, 10L? I need like an 8L. 6, 7... Will this do? Ta-da! Oh dear. Ta-da! A little bit lopsided, but we can work with it. I'm in this page a lot. Hinge. Not Hinge the app. I never use Hinge the app. I don't use dating apps in general. I've never had any success with dating. I don't think I've gone on a single dating app date. It's like I have gone on dates, just never on dating apps. I should say, like, not that many. I'm definitely, like, not in the traditional cycle of, like, dates and romance. Which, thank God, I would find it miserable. I'm not saying I'm better than everybody, I'm just saying I'm a weirdo in that regard. Just, like, the standard thing. I would have to, like, tort myself as a person. Like, my personality to meld with that world. Again, not because, like, you know, there's anything wrong with the people in it. It's just that they have their expectations, you know, based on social whatevers, right? And their like sense of danger is tuned to, like, is this guy get the social faux pas, or is he flouting them, doing things that are weird? And if they see that, they're gonna peace out, because, like, dating is a pretty, like, you know, emotionally and sometimes physically dangerous arena, you know? And I would have to, like, you know, I would have to become, like, you know, that contortionist who can fit inside of a briefcase. I would have to be her, metaphorically speaking, in order to, like, you know, fit with people's compunctions of what, like, a typical dateable person is. And it's like, here's the thing. Everyone does, right? And then in the relationship, the mask slowly comes off. But with me, what you would get is, like, a bunch of, like, just, like, weird eldritch shit. And it's just like, yeah, no, a relationship where I contort myself to fit that, standard mold and then come out of it at the time. That's so much work for what reward in my case. And for their case as well. What am I saying to, what experience am I giving a potential partner by doing that? One where they're probably going to be, like, uncomfortable with no gain, and I'm also uncomfortable and, like, self-conscious for no gain. And so it's like, why bother? I'll just do something else than the traditional, especially dating culture that works better for me. And then I do, and it works out. Yes, I see you're agreeing with me, James. Thank you for the support, yeah. Yeah, what I'm saying is, like, pretty common knowledge to people who just, you know, go outside of their house and go into the real world for any length of time. I should say that there are plenty of people who, like, have a very unhealthy, like, have jobs and lives and go outside, but they have a very, very unhealthy relationship with dating culture. And then they go on the internet to complain about it, and that's where, like, half of all crappy dating content comes from. Alright. So I know the rest of this, basically. What I'm going to do is take you. You're going to be very important, so you're going to go here momentarily. And then you have a buddy. You have a buddy that I can also use. I think you have a buddy that I can also use. I might be wrong about that. I am wrong about that. It's dumb. You should have a buddy, but you don't. You live in a cold world where you're without kinship. It's very sad. something now. Everything on my computer just froze for a second. That was very scary. Where is it? I saw a piece that I should have grabbed. Oh yeah, I'm in the wrong menu for it. More like this. Oh, I can use you. He's useful. Look at this. I've never bought a set with this piece in it. Look at this thing. Look at this. Oh, look at that. There's something perverse about this to me. I can't say anything other than just look at this thing. This should not be. It should not be possible in our reality for something like this to exist. I am full H.P. Lovecraft about this thing. The way that he feels about people from other places, I feel about this. If you know, you know. Don't worry about it. Oh, you are wonderful. Look at that. You, I think that I will have a use for you someday. You're very mechanically interesting. You are aesthetically interesting. Okay, we need options. We have options. Good. Options. Love options. Options are amazing. Also, let me grab you. You're gonna replace somebody else. Guess who he's gonna replace? Bye. Voted off the island. God, I guess, like, here's a funny thing. Like, older generations voted off the island would be like Survivor, but I wonder if that plays for younger generations. Or if they hear voted off the island, they assume Love Island. Which, yeah, I can't yuck their yums because we're talking about reality TV slop either way, but yuck. It's not that I like Survivor. No. But, like... I don't know, it's just... Here's my particular diatribe against reality TV dating shows. Do you know human zoos? This was this horribly perverse phenomenon that occurred in, like, the 1800s, earlier as well. This was a phenomenon where they would abduct people from typically parts of the world that they were in the middle of exploiting, and by they I mean Europeans, because of course I do, it's always Europeans. They would abduct people from those places, and they would bring them back to good old England or whatever, and they would put these human beings in a zoo, like a zoo attraction, to be, you know, gawked at and have, you know, peanuts and stuff thrown at them by you know, some stupid kid from, you know, the local suburbs, or some dumb bullshit like that. Human zoos. If you want to have a bad time, look them up. They are, like, pretty, like, ew, yikes, yuck, wow, that's fucked up, that's horrible. My point is, with human zoos, is that's Love Island, that's The Bachelor. That's all these these, like, reality TV shows, where, like, the whole thing is, like, the drama, and everybody's doing outrageous things, and, you know, there's constant backstabbing, and, you know, this, that, and the other thing. it's all this. It's a human zoo, you know. We're gawking at these people, you know. There are very few viewers of these shows who are meant to like genuinely empathize and look up to or admire the people who are on these shows. Some people do. Some people do admire the people who are on these like reality TV shows. And what I would say is, again, I can't yuck your yums, but you know. And so like outside of those people who are a subset of the total audience, a lot of people are just like, you know, freaking, you know, rooting for the downfall of everybody they're watching on screen, because like everybody they're watching on screen do kind of suck, you know. Like a lot of the, you know, the bachelors and or bachelorettes of The Bachelor and or Bachelorette and everybody on Love Island, probably. I'm going off of reputation here, I admit. I don't actually watch these shows, but like they have. They're meant to be easy to understand from the inside or outside. It's like the whole point. Okay? I'm allowed to make judgments on something that's you're supposed to make judgments about because of what I'm about to say. Most people who are watching these shows are gawking at these people. They're looking down on them, right? Most viewers of like Love Island, you know, don't think that these people are intelligent or smart or like I just said. They think they're fucking horrible because they are intentionally depicted as horrible, you know? And what the viewer is doing is they're like, ha, look at these look at these toxic idiots. End stop, end sentence. They're not really thinking much beyond that. And that's the viewer experience of like these shows. Yeah, James, it brings out the worst in people for, you know, the viewing pleasure of the audience. And it's all a fabrication, too. Like, you know, I'm not saying that, like, the selection bias is intentional. Reality TV doesn't just bring out the worst in people. It finds the worst people to bring the worst out of. Because that is what gets you... Like, reality TV was built for the channel surfing era, where the idea was everybody had cable, everybody had, like, you know, 500 channels on their television. They would just, you know, click through them, maybe watching, like, a few minutes of each show. And the goal of, especially reality TV, was to get you to stop on their channel and stay for a while, maybe through a commercial break even. And, like, yeah, so the strategy for reality TV was, like, we're gonna make people stop to be like, oh my god, are they really doing that? Oh my god. And that's, like, the fucking, default intended response, you know? And it worked. They made a lot of money. They printed a lot of them nice little coins for themselves. I'm talking about classic reality TV here. Now that it's on the internet, it's like influencers do the same thing, but instead of like... I was talking about this earlier, and this also applies to like political commentators, but it used to be that, like, you know, if you were a TV personality, even on a show like, you know, The Bachelor or Jersey Shore, where a big part of reality TV is being cheap to produce, on those shows you still had an editing team. You had PR people. You had stylists. You had life coaches. You had people who were dedicated to making you look not good, because you're supposed to look bad, but presentable, right? Like, you know, on Jersey Shore, if, like, I don't know, say for the sake of argument, this is for all my millennial friends that know what the Jersey Shore is. Let's say the Jersey Shore, like, at some point Snooki looked directly into camera and said, Let's see. I'm trying to think of something like controversial that's actually not controversial to us. Let's say that she said, I support the land claims of Russia over the Crimean Peninsula. That kind of thing. She could do that on the set of the show, and the editors would just take it out, you know? If a bachelor or a bachelorette in The Bachelor or The Bachelorette just punched a guy in the face, the editors and the people downstream and all the crew, they had the ability to suppress that, keep it from coming out in the public. Great example of that, The Apprentice. Donald Trump said the N-word like a bunch of times during the filming of that show. And the editors cut it out. It was left on the cutting room floor because, you know, that would not have... Actually, no, I tell a lie. He said it like a little bit behind the scenes. But the point is that, like, there was a barrier between him and people seeing that he was saying the N-word with a hard R about a contestant on his game show. On his reality show, whatever it is. And what's really interesting is that, with influencers on the internet, that's gone, right? If you are an influencer and you think it's a good idea to, like, hit record and go on stream and say, I support the Russian horde theory of historical revisionism, which, that's a deep cut. That doesn't really work. I'm referencing a Russian conspiracy theory that Russians use to support the war in Ukraine and war against NATO. I'm using that because that's like current events and like people know it, but it's like, I feel like everybody's on the same side that Russia kind of sucks in that conflict, and if you're, you know, if you're like supporting Russia in that conflict, it's like you can be pretty much dismissed out of hand. There's no weight behind that argument. But the point is, if you want to do that as an influencer nowadays, there's nothing stopping you. There's nobody to stop you, right? There's nobody in the room with the camera being like, no, don't do that. That is a bad idea. You know, that doesn't happen. Like, things are more unfiltered. And that, like, it takes mystique out of people. That's the good part of it. There's no edifice of, like... There's no edifice of Joe Rogan, you know? There's no myth of him that anyone believes except for his audience. He's been too public. He's been public enough for too long, and he's had too few barriers between him and, you know, people just watching his stuff and seeing what he says, does, and believes. There's no respectability politics to be had with a guy like that, you know what I mean? Yeah. That rant went weird places. I don't know if I like all that places that rant went. I started talking about obscure Russian conspiracy theories. It's whatever. What are you talking about, James? Yeah, you're right about passivity. The like one of the like perverse appeals of the human zoo of reality TV is that it's really easy to feel better, like you're smarter or better than these people on the reality TV shows, because there are, like, the reality TV shows purposefully make them look stupid, like we've been saying, you know? So it's not even whether they are or are not stupid. The reality is that, like, people are more complex than that. But the camera doesn't just add 10 pounds, it removes 20 IQ points. If you had them to begin with, that is. No, even if you did have them to begin with, it still takes a little bit off the top. Anyway. Rant aside... Bam. Okay. That was easier than I was expecting. That went so much better than I was expecting. This looks better than I was expecting too. I was expecting something that I was just gonna have to live with, like a monstrosity. But no, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. All right. Thinking about the next step here. I already started the last interior design thing I have to do is I have to design the workstation for the mechanic. The idea is this is a three-man crew. You've got the pilot, obviously, you've got a navigator, and you've got an onboard mechanic. The idea is that instead of having a two-seat bomber, a pilot and co-pilot, you have a one-seater here, and this is meant to be a plane that flies for a very long time. That's why one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up this front area with stuff that looks like fuel tanks, as well as some other greebling elements. Yeah, I think it's time to take in the wings. Soon. Keep saying I'm gonna do it, and I never do. Whatever. God, remember in like the 90s and early 2000s when like whatever was like a politicized piece of slang? Not politicized, like iconic piece of slang. Culture's so strange. It makes monsters of us all. Not monsters, cryptids. Makes cryptids of us all. The 2000s Valley Girl. Like no other incarnation of the species. It's funny, I still remember when I was a baby when, like, that 90s, 2000s culture was big. But, like, I'm very... One of my things is that, like, I always feel unmoored in terms of, like, cultural reference points just because I've absorbed so much old media over the years. So an in-flight mechanic is not really going to be able to like take the engine apart and put it back together because you're in the air. That thing's moving. But the idea is that there are subsystems that have swappable elements. There are things that you can like temporarily bypass it and then fix the thing and then reestablish the connection. So you had a bunch of Star Trek technobabble words right now, but you get what I mean. getting somewhere. Now we are getting somewhere. Two brackets down here, but before I get carried away, let me grab you. Oh no, my God, he's fused to the floor. Oh God, he's dead. Anyway, yep, collision. That's just because the chair is rotated too much to one side. See? What did I tell you? Okay, this gives me the notion that I am going to have to sacrifice you, but it's fine, I don't need you. Because I know what I'm doing for the side panel here, and it's going to take up a little space. I gotta get me a plate, said the man picking up his car from the DMV. Not picking up his car. Picking up his license plate. You don't get a car at the DMV. I wish you did. That's going to be a tool rack. I don't know why I'm closing up the wall already. Why am I? I shouldn't. Not just yet. That's right, we were doing fold-up desks. Your desk is going to be a little while longer because you're not colliding with the bunk. How high were you? You were actually the lowest. I see. Some holes. Wait. Oh yeah. Damn it. Lost my place for a minute. It's like, what was I doing? Oh yeah. Alright, we're about to see something here. Clippity clip. Slip. That's a different thing. Look at that. As an old, like, used car salesman guy from White Plains, New Jersey would say in 1985, that looks snug as a bug in a rug. He would say that to a child that he was trying to, like, be, like, paternal to. child just thinks he's a weird asshole. He's trying to be cute, disarming, and the child's just not having it. It's like that kind of thing. That very weird, specific aesthetic. There we go. Weirdly, I was not finding the piece I want, but I can just steal it! And no one will ever know! Yeah, this is not really gonna articulate. It actually might fold up more than I thought it would. Let me see. How much does this fold up? Okay, that's more than I thought it would. It's like a little bit. It's like enough to be, like, technically useful. Alright. Something deep and horrible inside my head wants to get fancier with it, but do that when I inevitably do a second version of this down the line. Because I will. I know I will. One of the beautiful things about creation is recreation. Why did all these get unseated? What is going on here? That was weird. Oh yeah, here's another rant for you. I don't know why I thought of this. I think because of like the idea of like recreation, like reflections over time and things like that. The Backrooms movie. I don't know why I said it like that, but the point is, something that like disappointed me about that movie is that like they kind of don't really use the fact that Clark's an architect at all. Like, he's an architect. And he's going to a place with, like, impossible architecture that kind of, you know, creates and recreates times and places and people kind of refractorily scattered throughout a seemingly infinite expanse. But the architect doesn't really have much original stuff to give about it. Like, Clark comes to the revelation that, like, you know, this place is remembering things from the real world, and it's remembering them over and over again, and getting them twisted and deformed over time. He figures that out, right? But the thing is that, like, anybody could have come to that revelation. There's nothing unique about him being an architect that helps him come to that revelation. Like, you know, that's a pretty easy observation to make, just like looking at the Backrooms. What's the wrenchiest wrench here? You! That is a wrench, look at that. Tire iron! Oh! I know what piece I'm going to use for my Lego Mob Hit set. I said that weird. Anyway, I actually see a wrench here. Wrench, hang on. It's planted. Look at that. Look at that. That is beautiful. Oh man. It's also too big for the space I'm putting it in. Ooh, sonic screwdriver. Actually, no, it's not a sonic screwdriver. Have there been Lego Doctor Who sets? There should be Lego Doctor Who sets. It's like a no-brainer. You could have like a TARDIS interior playset. Yeah, Lego, give me a job. I can do you so easy. Just come up with sets. That is nice. However, that is not diesel pump right there. That has a lithium-ion battery. Driver. We've done it. Look at that. Maintenance station. Alright. I'm gonna close her up and redo the colors, and then at the risk of wearing myself out and not finishing tonight, I am going to take a momentary sabbatical. Like, switch to some gaming for a little bit. You know what I haven't done on this channel in such a long time? And that's play Aero GPX. I used to do that for, like, streams I was doing months ago, like a year ago. I think. Nope. I wasn't watching the widget. This widget is nice, but it keeps... I don't know why it keeps drifting on me like this. Whatever. I'm gonna get some of the time. That's what's important. Especially because it's being so much of a dummy. I'm gonna make it smaller. I can still kind of read that. Click and drag. Cross with this. All done. Alright. Okay. Let me set up the game. Ba-bam. Wrong one. Bam. Alright. It's been so long since I played this, I'm gonna be so rusty. Hey, you hear that? That's the sound of competing audio tracks. Let's silence this for a moment. Bam. There we go. Okay. More audio problems. Yay! I don't know what I would do without you, audio problems. Let's do some messing around here. We are just going to soldier on, because we are not going to be able to fix this. Yeah, you guys just can't hear the audio from the game. Don't worry. You can just do that. That means I will have to turn off the music in the game because otherwise that'll drive me insane. There we go. So, let's bring the stream back, because you guys should actually see what I'm doing. And, ba-bam! Look at that. It's a video game and everything. idea what happened to the stream during that. It was just kind of out of commission for a second there. But I didn't see a lot of dropped frames, so who knows. For some reason that was like moved up to the left. That was so strange. Alright. My ongoing difficulties aside, I had a local multiplayer. I have not played this in so long. I am going to do horrible. I am going to crash, burn, die, all of those wonderful things. This is my favorite track first. But we're gonna do it on the hardest difficulty. I wanna eat dirt. I wanna eat shit. Alright, so they don't have any new pilots from the last time. I still have 2 I haven't unlocked. Whatever. Let's get I need to remember the controls very quickly. Remember that control. I also remember that if you don't really use that, right, it really isn't worth it. That's how you're supposed to use it. Jesus! That's the first time I've wiped out on this track. Man. I mean, it's like I've been saying, I'm severely off my game. And I forgot that I had player-activated boosts as well as the boost tracks. There's like a combat class in this game, like a class of speedsters that are specifically good for taking out other racers, and I am not playing them right now. There, finished 3rd from last. All right, let's try a track that is one long straightaway. You know what? We're gonna do this one. go with the combatant. I always like this combatant. You'll never guess why. You'll never guess. You'll just never know. It'll just gnaw at you for as long as you live. I forgot I can also do this. It's a really useful last track because of got him. You really gotta watch out that you don't eat shit on the turns. Like the number one thing. Got him. I'm not in a good place. I have no boost. I have a little boost. That was a classic shit on the turn. Hi! Ah, damn. Okay. I'm gonna straight up just do that course again. I like punishment. Weird to turn off my accelerator for a second there. I'll be honest, I don't even know why that's an option in this game. Maybe it's a different playstyle or something, I don't know. Unimplemented feature. I haven't experimented with it, so I don't know. Turning your engine off is an advanced racing strat. Ooh, I'm gonna wipe out. Take too much damage. So is he. Healing up. Very important that I pick up that fucking guy. Oh! Alright. Number 3. That's the fight. That's the end of the warm-up. Third time's a charm. I'm gonna see I'm gonna do this course one more time. Just like that, just to see how much I mess up now that I'm overconfident. We'll move on to the next. I want to try a couple of the advanced courses. I'm not going to spend too much time here. Then go back to what I was doing. It's important to have breaks. I was locked in when I was talking there for a minute. I was locked in on that guy, on that flashing red guy. I just had to get him. I just had to get him. By the skin of my teeth. Oh dear. That was first. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Okay. Gonna quit while I'm ahead on this course. All right. We're gonna move up. For fun, we're gonna do this one because this one I remember being super easy, but I'm not gonna push my luck. So this is the play the balancing class of Rocket Sled right now. I don't even know what you call these things. You can call them hover cards, you can call them rocket sleds. Overconfidence. Overconfidence. It's going to be very hard for me to catch the leader now. Game is something else with a calm synthwave music. I need healing. No boost, it's fine. It's fine, everything's fine. I have no manual boost, it's fine. Just gotta catch the leader now. Whoopsies. That lost me some speed. I got top three. I got top three. Oh well. We're not gonna stick around with that course. Because like that's kind of like a handicap course. I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna make things hard on myself. This one I'm gonna stick with a few times, try to beat it. Back to the build for a little while. I'll take a shot at the wings. I really need to just like rip them off and just make an alternate pair. Not even rip them off, just clone them and make an alternate pair. Whoops. ain't into anything, he says as he bangs into a wall. That was great. Amazing comedic timing. Good job, mate. Ooh. A little extra boost from that. I'm not gonna catch him. Dug it. I do. So laser focus, and I don't remember it was my first race and my second one. Okay. One more of these. One more of these, and then it's back to the main thing this race about. And I clicked off the doors for some reason. Do I want to change my racer? Yes. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you. But here we are. Bada bing. Coldplay for that, but no, I'm very much in the please don't mix up Coldplay and Radiohead camp, even though it's like, in my defense, all British people sound the same. Sorry, people from Yorkshire, or whatever. All sound the same to me in American. I'm sure this says a lot about you, not a lot about me. Be in the top 10, but that's about it. Ah. All right. I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna do the thing that I know that I shouldn't do, and I'm gonna say one more time again. We're just gonna do it again, and it's fine. I'm being facetious there. I'm playing up myself a little bit. Oh, I just remembered there's that one on there's the flyer class that I never use because I hate the flying mechanic in this game. I'm terrible at it. I do not play any of the flying courses voluntarily. I should probably get better at flying in this game because it's something I'm worst at. But conversely, go fuck yourself. But anyway, one of the flyers is modeled after an A10. But I don't know, that tickles me. Sci-fi thing. Dog shit looking plane from the 80s. And it's like, I know that the A10 has a lot of fans. I used to like the A10, and then I learned more about it, and was like, oh, this thing not only is ugly, but it kind of sucks. And I'll admit that, I'm thoroughly in a camp there. I have been influenced by an influencer in that regard. He would not call himself an influencer. Don't tell him I said that. yeah. Yeah, the A10 has problems. It was built for a very specific scenario that doesn't exist anymore, and that was like 20 years ago, 40 years ago. So it's just kind of been like, you know, what are we going to do with this, like, plane that is popular with civilians, but is popular with the people that fly it? And I guess some soldiers like it, but, like, you know, they like it for the sound that it makes, you know? In terms of actually providing close air support, which is what it's supposed to do, there are much better systems at play. And so, yeah, it's just like, what do we do with this? And the answer is strap a million missiles to it, which oddly goes against the main thing that it's supposed to be about, which is that giant frontal gun. Which, yeah, that's the thing that's obsolete. It's like, that was built for a scenario in a very particular place, at a very particular time, against a very particular enemy, and I'm going to get second place, son of a bitch. Here, you bastard! Nope, second. Alright. I'm not doing better than that. I'm not doing better than that. That's it. I'm not, yeah. Tonight, at least, not done, but like mostly done, you know. Mostly done to the point where, like, I just have to do some, like, minor detailing and putting random non-structural crap on it to really finish it out. And then, it's about off-stream just, like, cutting it up into pieces and, rendering those pieces individually. I initially started doing that with, the mechs just because it felt like a better way to do it content-wise, I'll admit. But for this build especially, I do want people to focus on specific components. I might only do like 1 or 2 render videos just for like the whole thing, and then the engine, and then the interior. So really only like, you know, 3 or 4 out of it. Yeah, really only 3 or 4 out of it. But I do want to show off that engine. When we get back from the break. Break will be about 5 minutes. I'll probably like let y'all ogle at the engine for a good couple of seconds. Like I do like a couple of minutes. Alright. Let's do trying to remember the hotkey. The bam? Yeah, ha! Got it. This keeps drifting. Alright, 5 minutes. Jedi doth return. Alright. What were we doing? Jumping back into Lego land here. Take several fingers with me. that I'm thinking about is that I really got to be careful of like how much is too much to cut in terms of my length, width. Like, I need to avoid a scenario at all costs where I make it feel too small. Need a 2x8. There it is. And then you are going to be way too big. The 8x tiles. Shorter wing, but how does it look though is the crucial question of our age. It'll be a nightmare. Noses getting in the slot. I'm the one that built it this way. I have only myself to blame. Gambit. No. All right. Let's do that on the other side real quick. Frozen again. Why are we frozen? Jesus. I hate it when this happens. Shows it on the screen. It's right out now. It's not responding. I would hate to lose any of this work. That would suck so much. I mean, it is what it is. And the one thing is that I have the, in terms of, the length, it's better than I thought it looks better than I thought it was going to look. The one thing I've got to do is extend out the, basically make it taper a little bit less. Take the length at the end and stretch it out. I think if I do that, it'll have the meat that it needs design-wise to feel like it's really standing on its own 2 feet, proverbially speaking. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm hitting a wall, energy-wise. It's probably because I haven't gotten too good of a sleep the past couple of nights. Either way, if this bothers to respond anytime soon, probably got to do is finish off the wings, and then... Yeah, I'm going to finish out with some city skylines, but not do too much of it. This is full-on crashing, isn't it? God damn it. Oh dear. Oh dear, this is not good. Alright, we're gonna cut our losses. We're gonna cut our losses. Now we're gonna have to see how much of our progress have we lost. And if it's anything other than 0, I'm calling it in terms of a natural stopping point. Alright, moment of truth. Okay. Okay. Pretty much everything is here. Let's just try to repeat our steps. And get the other wing locked in. Wrong again. Keep doing that. This is where we ran into problem. Okay, it copied along the right axis this time. That's nice. Slide you in. Turn collision back on. We're in the right place at the right time. That looks better than I was expecting. Oh, right. Get rid of these wings, so what I'm going to do is just take and move them. Experimenting. I might experiment with adding some more beef to the width of the wings at the end here, but you can't tell how I'm struggling to talk. Yeah, my brain's burnt out. This looks good. This looks better than the longer wings for sure. Something about the longer wings messes up the profile. Speaking of, here's a cool thing about the engine when I built it. I'm proud of this. The band. Attached by a mini ball socket to it. What I mean by greebling. You've heard me say that term and you're like, what is that? This shaping and giving things detail, no matter how much it's just sticking random shit on there. It creates a feeling of complexity, even when the complexity isn't really backed up by anything. It's not accurate to call it an illusion. That's what I out, stick your grill on it. It's the max of my loop by. Oh yeah, I was trying to remember. There was like a rant I started to go on, and then I got off track like 2 hours ago. It was about the backrooms. Yeah, Clark, the Clark-architect. The revelation that he comes to about the backrooms being a place that remembers itself wrong over and over again, it's not really like a revelation that a layperson couldn't come to. And what's disappointing about that is that he's an architect. He's trained as an architect. You know, he doesn't work as an architect, but you know, he'll angrily tell you that, you know, he's still an architect. He's got a lot of knowledge about the psychology of, not psychology, but the art of building spaces. Not just exteriors, he's not just skyscrapers, but, you know, the interiors, the rooms of a building, you know? Clark... Excuse me, here. Has knowledge of those things. And so what he had something he had the potential to do was go into the back rooms and have a unique perspective on it that a layperson wouldn't have. He can comment on the choices being made. He can comment on, you know, the stuff that's for instance, you know, the fucking layout of the walls in those first couple of areas that he goes into, and be like, you know, this is kind of, you know, hey, this is kind of bog standard for like your typical office space for this reason and that reason. You can talk about, you know, the practical things behind architectural design that architects have to know about, like, you know, the demands of a business, of an office space. Practical demands, like, you know, fucking electric, security, things like that. And you can talk about how the space conforms or does not conform to those needs. You can talk about certain unusual aspects of backrooms, like, you know, tiny doors, holes in the floor. You can talk about them from the perspective of, like, why they would or wouldn't exist in a real building, what aesthetic value they might serve if they were intentional, and how they're probably not because of X, Y, and Z. You can talk about the way that a room is supposed to make you feel, the function of it. And he can talk about how the back rooms gets it right and doesn't get it right in his attempts to remember. He has unique insight because of his training as an architect. But that doesn't happen in the movie, it's not used. Now, you could say Kane Parsons is about a decade younger than I am. You can't expect him to bring in knowledge from some esoteric college field when he's not even college age. He's an undergrad age. But the writer of the movie wasn't Kane. The writer of the movie was some other fucking guy. hours game, probably, hopefully. There's wasted potential there. Let me turn off. I said I was going to do City Skylines. I'm rapidly deteriorating. I've been streaming for about 3 hours. Well, 2 and change, not including the pre-show. But the point is that I like the Backrooms. I like that movie. That was a fun movie. But if there's one thing I really hate, it's when there's a vector of obvious potential that a movie has that it just doesn't use. And not going into that prescient background knowledge that Clark would have had as an architect as well. I'm trying to think of other examples, man. Nothing comes to mind. Nothing comes to mind that isn't a whole other random. I'm trying to wind down the street here. Yeah, we're not getting to City Skylines tonight. I am too much. It is too much. I mentioned before that I'm trying to build up my kind of stamina for this. I think I'm getting there, but nevertheless, we're at the 2-hour mark, and I'm starting late because my audience is on late on Friday and Saturday nights for obvious reasons, I think. So it's just it is what it is. All right. But yeah. So most of the way done with the plane. I will not be streaming next week. I want to start streaming weekly, I really do. Just streaming at least once on the weekend, and then work up from there. In terms of fitting it into my schedule, having stamina for it. I don't want to overextend myself and kind of work into it. Since I have the luxury of doing that since I've got other things going on. But I will be in the woods. I will be deep in the forest. I will be communing with the trees and the woodland creatures. And I don't know, bears and shit. So I won't have any Wi-Fi. I won't have any Wi-Fi. I won't have my gamer rig with me. Hopefully I won't have my phone. So it'll be a nice break. But yeah, I'll be up in there for an extended period of time. So yeah, no streaming while I'm literally in the woods, unfortunately. I say unfortunately. Every person needs a break. I'm running out my vacation days of work to do this one vacation. Although I was kind of stretching the limit beforehand. Nevertheless, after that I shall return, provided I'm not eaten by a Wendigo, and we'll be back doing more of this, keeping the consistency. have announcements coming up soon that I'll talk about on stream, and I'll put in posts and shit. I don't wanna give anything away too early, because things are kind of set in stone, but they're also kind of not. So until I have details that I can for sure talk about, it's why bother? Either way, stream ends pretty much. Let's do the thing.